Today we are going to discuss about NEET UG MCQs. Myself Dr. Shiban, MBBS DCH, postgraduated from Madras Medical College. So this is my part 53 video. My first MCQ is a repeat old MCQ. Okay. Let me see how you are answering. Yucca is dash fish. YUCCA is a dash fish. Any idea? Match the following. If you know this point, you can write the match the following. Yucca is a plant. You should know this first. Yucca is a plant. Yucca is a plant. So what is the importance of this yucca plant? YUCCA. What is the importance of this yucca plant? Any idea? Yucca plant. It helps moth, MOTH, to complete its life cycle. Yucca plant helps moth, MOTH, to complete its life cycle. Or they will ask, which helps to complete the life cycle of moth? That time you must answer yucca plant. Water hyacinth. In water hyacinth, water pollination is more common. True or false? This is the actual clean NEET purport question. In water hyacinth, water pollination is very more common. True or false? Water hyacinth. It is a wrong statement because in water hyacinth, the most important type of population is insects and wind population. This is NEET purport. We will get confused. What is the question? Water hyacinth. See, in water lily, this you know I think. On water lily, it is mostly by water pollination. True or false? Water lily. Water lily. It is a false statement because in water lily and water hyacinth, it is always mostly by insect or wind population. Or they'll ask the examples. Give 2 examples of insect and wind population. Always remember water hyacinth and water lily. No logic. Vallisneria is mostly by air pollination. True or false? Vallisneria. Vallisneria is by water pollination. Hydrilla, HYDRILLA, by water pollination. True or false? Mostly by water pollination. Hydrilla. True or false? It is a true statement. Pollen grain released in specific organism. In your textbook, pollen grain is released inside the water. What is the example? Not the surface, inside the water for pollination. Any idea? NEET. Inside. Sea grasses. Or they will ask what is the specialty of sea grasses? That time you must answer pollinating inside the water. Long ribbon like pollen grain. Long ribbon like pollen grain. Which plant? Long ribbon. Long ribbon like pollen grain is for seagrass. Pollen of seagrass. How pollen grains are protected from water or damage caused by water? How pollen grains are protected? Pollen grains always have a mucilaginous covering. Or they will ask, which one of the following has a mucilaginous covering? That time you must answer pollen grains. Or they will ask this and match the following. Mucilaginous covering. You must always answer pollen grain. So I think you know this, just now we discussed. Long ribbon like. What is the answer? pollen grain of seagrass. 8 nucleate 7 celled. What is the question? 8 nucleate 7 celled. What is the answer? Mature angiosperm. Mature angiosperm. Embryo sac in a flowering plant. Mature angiosperm. Embryo sac in a flowering plant. What is the question? 8 celled, 8 nucleate, 7 celled. I think this question they are repeated more than 10 times, I think. Yes. Name 2 nitrogenous bases. Match the following. If you know the answer, you can do the match the following. Name 2 nitrogenous bases. Purines and pyrimidines. Purine and pyrimidines. Question. Name 2 nitrogenous bases. Which amino acid is common for both the DNA and RNA? Which amino acid is common for both the DNA and RNA? Cytosine. Common for both the DNA and RNA. Thymine is found in DNA. True or false? No logic. If you know the subject, you can answer. Thymine is found in DNA. True or false? It is a true statement. Uracil is found in RNA. True or false? Uracil is found in RNA. True or false? It is a true statement. Uracil is found in DNA, in RNA, in place of cytosine. True or false? You must think and answer. No logic. Okay. Uracil is found in RNA in place of cytosine. True or false? It is a wrong statement. What is the correct statement? In place of thymine. In place of thymine. What is the question? They are written cytosine. It's a wrong statement. In place of thymine. Adenosine is a purine. True or false? Adenosine is a purine. True or false? No logic. Adenosine is a purine. True or false? Yes. Guanine is a purine. True or false? True or false? Guanine. It is a true statement. There are 2 pyrimidines. True or false? There are 2 pyrimidines. True or false? There are how many pyrimidines? There are 3 pyrimidines. It's a basic question, we will get confused. Name the 3 pyrimidines. Name the 3 pyrimidines. Cytosine, uracil, thymine. Name the 3 pyrimidines. Cytosine, uracil, thymine. Name the 3 pyrimidines. Cytosine, uracil, thymidine. So if you are smart, you must answer this question. Okay. Thymine is pyrimidine. True or false? Thymine is pyrimidine. True or false? No logic. It is a wrong statement. Why wrong statement? See the spelling? Thiamine. Thiamine. Thiamine is a... What is thiamine? So what is a pyrimidine? Thymine. See the spelling? This is how they will confuse in the NEET. Thiamine is a B complex vitamin. Be careful while you answer these questions. Thiamine is different from thymine. Spelling is different. This is a repeat MCQ, old MCQ. Which of the following is the backbone of a polypeptide chain? Backbone of a polypeptide chain. Repeated MCQ. If you know the answer, you can answer. What is the answer? Backbone, sugar and phosphates. Sugar and phosphates. What is the question? Backbone of polypeptide chain. N glycosidic linkage connects dash and dash. This MCQ was asked 3 years before. N glycosidic linkage connects dash and dash. Page number 96. N glycosidic linkage connects dash and dash. It connects nitrogenous base to OH of 101-C pentose sugar. No logic. Pentose sugar to a nitrogenous base to OH of 1-C pentose sugar. What is the question? N glucosidic linkage connects nitrogenous base to OH of. See, all the questions I have prepared from your NCERT 12th standard textbook only. Okay. See the next linkage. Phosphoester linkage. Phosphoester linkage connects dash to dash. Phosphoester linkage connects dash to dash. Any idea? Phosphoester linkage. Come on. Phosphate to OH25S SID nucleoside. What is the question? Phosphoester linkage. What is the answer? What is the answer? What is the question? I made it very, very, very clear. No logic business. 3,5 polyester linkage connects dash and dash. Connects dash and dash. What is the answer? Nucleotide to tide. Tide to tide. Tide to tide. What is the question? 3,5 phosphor linkage connects tide to tide. What is the question? So how to remember? There is only one method, proven method to remember all these things. That is called 7 days continuous recall method. You must hear this video 7 days continuously. Top scorers 720 out of 720. These students, they practice this 7 days continuous recall. Don't keep on revision and don't waste your time. Revision is useless. Always do recall technique. If you recall this video 7 days continuously, you will remember this for 1 year minimum. That's a proven scientific method. Don't waste your time. If you don't do this 7 days recall, whatever you studied today, tomorrow afternoon you will forget everything. It's waste of your time. Yes. Which is called a C3 plant? C3 plant. Any idea? Potato, rice, sunflower and wheat. These four are called C3 plant. This was an MCQ last year. Which of the following is not a C3 plant? C3. How to remember? 7 days continuous recall. No other way. potato, rice, sunflower and wheat. Question is C3 plant. Cesium chloride is used in which place in your NCERT textbook? Cesium chloride used in your textbook. Any idea? This is called NEET. This is NEET preparation. To differentiate heavy DNA from normal DNA by centrifugation. To differentiate heavy DNA from normal DNA by centrifugation. What is the question? Cesium chloride, where it is used. Cesium chloride is used to differentiate heavy DNA from normal DNA by. What is the word cry? CRY. Related to what? Cry. You need a cry. It is a gene cry IAC for Bt toxin. Gene cry IAC for Bt toxin. No logic business. Repeatedly you must hear this video. This is a match the following MCQ. What is the other name of fruit fly? Fruit fly. Other name of fruit fly. Drosophila. Drosophila is called fruit fly. Have you heard the word tika? Have you heard the word tika somewhere? Tika. Tika is found in? Match the following. Tika is found in the andhra flower. Andhra, not stigma. Tika, andhra flower. Tika is found in andhra flower. Have you heard this word central cell? Where it is found? Central cell. Match the following. Female gametophyte in a flowering plant. Central cell. Female gametophyte in a flowering plant. Central cell. Female gametophyte in a flowering plant. Have you heard of polar nuclei? Not polar body. This is polar nuclei, not polar body. Both are different. Polar nuclei. Any idea? Polar nuclei. Female gametophyte in flowering plants. Female gametophyte in flowering plants. It is always polar nuclei. Polar nuclei. Polar nuclei. Megasporangium or sporangia in a flowering plant is called what? Directly you must answer. These are repeated MCQs. Megasporangia for in a flowering plant is called what? It's called ovule. Ovule. Can you answer this now? N-glycosidic linkage. You forgot. That is why I am telling you the proven method. 7 days continuous recall. Not revision. Don't keep on reading the textbook 7 times. Do recall method. 7 days continuous. What is the question? N-glycosidic linkage connects what? Nitrogenous base to OH of 1C pentose sugar. What is phosphoester linkage? Connects to what? Phosphoester to OH of 5 yes. Nucleoside, SIDE, side, SID, side. Be very careful. Side. 3, 5, 4 ester linkage connects what and what? Tide to tide. Tide to tide. How to remember? There is only one method. 7 days continuous recall. There is no other way. The word thalamus is related to, there is one thalamus in the brain. That is different. Thalamus, hypothalamus. Other than that, where have you heard the word thalamus? Thalamus is related to flower. You remember the diagram? You go to this page number and read and practice the diagram today itself. Thalamus, flower. See this line? Asexual, okay. Asexual reproduction permits variation in genetic transfer. True or false? Asexual. Asexual. This was asked last year MCQ. Asexual reproduction. Which one? What is your answer? It is sexual reproduction. But read the point correctly. So variation in genetic material. Variation in genetic material. Always think of sexual. Bond between dinucleotide. Tide, TIDE. Tide to tide. Bond between dinucleotide. See, many people know the answer. They don't know the question. 3,5 phosphorus connects is a bond between dinucleotide. So nucleotide is formed from, how to remember this? Only 7 days recall technique. Nucleotide, TID, formed from phosphate group linked to OH of 5C of nucleoside. What is the question? Nucleotide formed from. Phosphoester linkage connects dash to dash. Come on. Phosphate to OH of 5S of the side. What is the question? Connects to side. Can you give an example of a polypeptide chain? They'll ask, which one of the following is a polypeptide? Any idea? Polypeptide. Which one of them is a polypeptide? DNA is a polypeptide. Very important. These are all repeated MCQs, man. Can you give me one more example of polypeptide? One more example of polypeptide. You know DNA is a polypeptide. Can you give me one more example of polypeptide? See, RNA, that's it. RNA and DNA, both are polypeptides. That itself they can ask an MCQ. Both RNA and DNA are polypeptides. True or false? That time we will get confused. Phosphate group is found in which one of the following? Tell me the answer. Phosphate group is found in which one of the following? Phosphate group is found in nucleotide, TIDE. Or they'll ask nucleotide has which group? Tide, TIDE. That time you must answer. How to remember? 7 days continuous recall. No other way. Ribose is a dash sugar. Repeated MCQs. Ribose is a sugar. Or they will ask, which of the following is a pentose sugar? Pentose sugar example is ribose. So when they ask this question, you must remember Sheben also, okay? See, deoxyribose is a which sugar? Deoxyribose. Deoxyribose is also a pentose sugar like ribose sugar. Don't get confused. Both are same. So pentose sugar example, you can write ribose. Deoxyribose is also a pentose sugar. I think I am teaching you to the core. In polypeptide, nitrogenous base is linked to. These are all the rank deciding MCQs. Not everybody can answer this. Unless you are hearing this video for 7 days, you can answer. In a polypeptide, nitrogenous base is linked to dash. Is linked to OH of 1C pentose sugar. What is the question? You forgot. How to remember? 7 days recall. OH of 1 degree pentose sugar. Read the question thoroughly, not the answer. In polypeptide, a nitrogenous base is linked to OH of 1 degree 1-3 pentose sugar. Nucleoside means what? Nucleoside. This video is a rank deciding video. Yes. Nucleoside means what? Nucleoside means nitrogenous base plus OH of 1 pentose sugar. This is called nucleoside. It's called nucleoside. Tell me the answer. N-glycosidic linkage. Linkage between what? N-glycosidic linkage. Linkage between nitrogenous base and OH of 1 degree pentose sugar. I made it very clear for you. Made it very clear. Nitrogenous base. What is the question? N-glycosidic linkage. What is the answer? Linkage between nitrous sugar. Adenosine is a nucleotide. Adenosine is a nucleotide. True or false? This is called NEET. No logic. Adenosine is a nucleotide. True or false? Adenosine is a sin side. Adenosine is a side. See the spelling correctly. Adenosine. See, adenine is a nucleotide. True or false? Now you know the answer. It is a True statement. This is how you should prepare for NEET. Say uridine is a nucleoside. True or false? Uridine is a nucleoside. Uridine is a true statement. Cytidine is a nucleotide. True or false? Cytidine is a tide. Cytidine is a side. This is NEET. Nitrogenous base is the backbone of polypeptide. What is the answer? Just in the beginning I told you. Which is the backbone of a polypeptide chain? You forgot. 7 days continuous recall. Don't waste your time. Nitrogen is a false statement. Correct? This is how we will get confused in the examination hall. When you read, we will think it is true. Nitrogenous base is it's a false statement. Cytosine is a purine. True or false? Cytosine is a purine. Cytosine is a purine. True or false? Adenine and guanine are purines. Adenine and guanine are purines. So, name 2 polypeptide chains. You must know both the DNA and RNA have polypeptide chains. If you have to know this point, important point in MCQ, related to MCQ. Both the DNA and RNA has polypeptide chain. Which of the following is the pentose sugar? 2 things we studied. Pentose sugar. Remember? Ribose and deoxyribose. In exam we will think one is pentose and another thing is something else. Both ribose and deoxyribose are pentose sugar. Now, but this is an tricky MCQ. Ribose sugar is found both in DNA and RNA. This is a tricky MCQ point. Ribose of DNA RNA. True or false? Ribose is present only in RNA. Okay. Ribose is present both DNA and RNA is a wrong statement. Ribose RNA. Ribose RNA. Ribose RNA. Okay. So purine is a pentose sugar. What will be your answer? If the right. Purine is a pentose sugar. True or false? Any idea? Purine is a nitrogenous base. NEET people, they will confuse you like this only. Always remember, purine, this is a nitrogenous base. Yeah? Very simple point. Purine is a nitrogenous base. Keep that, okay? Phosphate group is found where? Phosphate group. Phosphate. Phosphate group is found in nucleotide. TIDE. TIDE. Phosphate group. You answer this? Deoxyribose is a nitrogenous base. I think now you know this. True or false? True or false? Pentose sugar. Correct? Pentose sugar. This is an MCQ, okay? Brilliant MCQ. Even that is a brilliant MCQ only. Deoxyribose is found both in DNA and RNA. Deoxyribose is found both in DNA and RNA. True or false? No logic business. DNA is found in deoxyribose is found only in DNA. Pentose sugar is found in. If you know this basic point, you can answer so many MCQs. Is found in nucleotide. Tide. Read that. Nucleotide. So don't forget Sheben, okay? So how to remember? There is only one technique. 7 days continuous recall. And kindly share this great video with your junior friends, senior friends, to your biology madam, to your NEET coach also, okay? And write some good comments in the comment section, okay? And after hearing this video, hear my part 54 in the same YouTube channel. Everything is available there, okay? I have given almost more than 100 videos. You can be the master if you hear all the 100 videos. See, pyrimidine is a pentose sugar. So when you see like such a question, you will get so confused. True or false? I studied everything in the same chapter. This is called recall technique. So it is purine and pyrimidine. Both are nitrogenous base. Purine, pyrimidine, nitrogenous base. DNA contains phosphate group. Just now I discussed. DNA contains phosphate group. Today you can remember, tomorrow afternoon also you can remember. Day after tomorrow you cannot remember anything. I am 100% guarantee. Practice 7 days continuous. Okay, answer this. DNA contains phosphate group. Any idea? Nucleotide contains phosphate group is the correct answer. 3 components of nucleotide, TIDE. Always tide and side different. Tide. 3 components of nucleotide. Any idea? Nitrogenous base, pentose sugar, and phosphate group. They'll keep one more thing and they'll ask which is the wrong statement. But don't forget the question. Tide. 3 components of tide. 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 Nitrogenous base, pentose sugar, and phosphate group. There are 3 types of nitrogenous bases. True or false? 2. Purines, pyrimidines. In an 8 nucleate embryo sac in flowering plants, 6 are polar nuclei, not polar body, polar nuclei. True or false? In an 8 nuclei embryo sac in flowering plants, 6 are polar nuclei. True or false? Only 2. This is a very important NEET MCQ, repeated concept. I think you know this question now. Moth is depend upon what? MOTH. Moth. We forgot. Moth. Yucca plant. YUCCA, yucca plant. Honeybee is a abiotic pollinating agent. True or false? Honeybee is an abiotic pollinating agent. Honeybee is a biotic. Amorphophallus, AMOR. Amorphophallus is a dash type of fish. Let me see how you are answering this MCQ. Okay. A repeated MCQ. That is why I am asking you. Amorphophallus is a dash type of fish. Any idea? It is the tallest flower, 6 feet. What is the question? Amorphophallus. Amorphophallus. Got it? Free nuclear means what? Free nuclear. Any idea? Free nuclear. Mitotic nuclear divisions. Mitotic nuclear divisions are not followed immediately by cell division. That is called free nuclear. What is the question? Mitotic, not followed by immediate. Example of free nuclear. Example of free nuclear. Example of free nuclear. These are repeated MCQ. Match the following. Mitotic division of megaspore of flowering plants. Mitotic division of megaspore of flowering plants. What is the question? Free nuclear. What is the answer? Mitotic division of megaspore of flowering plant. Typical gametophyte of flowering plant is 4 nucleus stage. Typical, I am talking about the typical gametophyte, PHYTE. The answer is 8 nucleate. In which of the following Escherichia coli medium is used? Escherichia coli medium is used. Which of the following? Any idea? DNA replication study. What is the question? Escherichia coli. Where have you heard about this fetal ejection reflex? Fetal ejection reflex. Fetal ejection reflex. Any idea? In delivery of the fetus. Non-primates has estrus cycle. You must think and answer. Okay. Non-primates have estrus cycle. True or false? Non-primates. The answer is true. Primates have menstrual cycle. True or false? Primates. It is a true statement. These are the very basics. Okay, when you know these points, you can answer some tough MCQs. Fertilization occurs in asexual reproduction. Fertilization occurs in asexual reproduction. Never. Gametes are formed in dash reproduction. Gametes are formed in dash reproduction. Sexual reproduction only. Sexual reproduction only. Gametes fuse to form what? Gametes fuse to form zygote. Gametes form new organism. True or false? Gametes form new organism. True or false? These are all basic points. Any idea? No. Gametes from zygote. From zygote new organism is formed. If you know these basic points, you can answer so many questions. They'll ask, new organism is formed from gamete. That time you must answer false. But you must know this cycle, okay? Gametes, zygote, then new organism. Made it very clear. Can you tell me a question for this word slow? Very slow. Sexual reproduction is slow when compared to asexual reproduction. You must know this point. Sexual reproduction is slow when compared to asexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction involves formation of what? Formation of gamete. These are all the direct MCQs. They have asked so many times, multiple time MCQ. How to remember? Only one method. 7 days continuous recall. Don't waste your time. Let me think your knowledge. In sexual reproduction, offsprings are identical to parent. True or false? In sexual reproduction, offsprings are identical to parent. True or false? It is a so what is the carry home message? Always remember, not identical means sexual. Not identical means sexual. Once more I will tell you. Not identical means sexual. Why I showed 3 times? They have asked this question multiple times. Vegetative phase. The word is phase is important. Vegetative phase occurs in plants only. True or false? Phase, PHASE. In plants only. True or false? It is a true statement. So what is the point about juvenile phase? You know, juvenile phase. Juvenile phase, any idea? Growth period of an organism before they can produce sexually. They'll keep this definition and ask, what is the answer? They'll keep 4 phases. That time we'll get confused. So juvenile phase, keep it in mind. Growth period of organism. Growth period of organism before this is called juvenile phase. Flower only once in lifetime. Any idea? Flower only once in your lifetime. What is it? Flower. Bamboo species. Bamboo species. Flowers only once in their a lifetime. Bamboo flowers after how many years of its plantation? 5 years, 10 years. What is your answer? After 15 years? Bamboo flowers only once. It flowers after 50 to 100 years of its age. After 50 to 100 years of its age. Can you tell me a flower which flowers once in every 12 years? 12 years, any idea? Strobilithus guthi. This is the flower which flowers once in every 12 years. Other name of Strobilithus kunthiana. You have to read it. Other name. What is the idea? Neelakkuranji. 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 Okay, the other is called the flower once in 12 years. So where is Neelakkuranji found? Is it found in UK or US? Which place? Neelakkuranji. Which place? It is available in Kerala, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. They will give some other state and make you confused. First of all, you should know it is in India. Kerala, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Don't forget the question. The word biennial means B-I-E. Biennial means. Biennial means what? It is a character of a plant. Biennial. It's a type of plant. Biennial. Can you give me this for do not? Do not. Any do not. Perennial species of plants do not have perennial species of plants do not have specific. So that's why I kept the word do not. They will ask you this point in true or false. Do not. So what's the word do not? Perennial species of plants do not have specific. That's why they are called perennial. Name three phases of biennial and annual type flowering plant. Do you know three phases? VRS, voluntary retirement system. VRS, vegetative, reproductive, senescent. You know this. Do you know the question now? You don't know the question. This is how most of the NEET students, they are not able to score the maximum mark. They know the answer, they don't know the question. Do you know the exact question now? VRS. You know vegetative, reproductive and senescent. What is the exact question? Read the question well. Three phases of this is how you should prepare NEET. Not telling the answer. Birds in captivity means birds in captivity. means captivaty. Birds in captivity means birds in captivity means birds in a poultry farm. Captivity, poultry, captivity, poultry. Can you tell me a question about throughout the year? Throughout the year. Any idea? Birds in captivity can be made to produce eggs throughout the year. Throughout the year. Where have you heard about this word follicles? Follicles. Follicles is seen in ovary of females. Where have you heard about this? Lobules. This is a repeat. Last year they asked how many lobules are found in this one. How many lobules are found? Lobules are found in testes. What is the word 2 for? This is the real NEET preparation. 2 for. You can answer 2 tough MCQs. 2 for if you know this thing. Anther has 2 lobes and 4 microsporangia. That is, anther is called a bilobed. Bilobed. So always remember, okay? When they ask a question 2 for, always remember Sheban also. Okay? 2 for. Anther has 2 lobes and 4 microsporangia, because both are individual MCQs. Both are separate MCQs. Anther has how many lobes? Anther has how many microsporangia? Individual MCQs. Monocarpellary. Monocarpellary is related to androecium of a flowering plant. Monocarpellary. Monocarpellary is related to androecium of a flowering plant. True or false? Monocarpellary. Any idea? Monocarpellary is related to gynoecium of a flowering plant. Ovule in a flowering plant. I discussed this question in the beginning of the video. Ovule in flowering plant is called ovule in a flowering plant. Ovule in a flowering plant is called megasporangia, not micro. Mega. They will confuse with micro. Mega. Megasporangia. What is the question? Ovule in a flowering plant. In flowering plants, ovules originate from where? This MCQ was last year. Yes. In flowering plants, ovules arises from placenta. Or they will ask, placenta gives rise to what? That time you must answer ovules. Both are MCQs. So what do you mean by the word monocarpellary? Monocarpellary. Carpellary means monocarpellary means single pistil. Carpellary is the word related to pistil. In gynoecium, not androecium, gynoecium in a flowering plant. Monocarpellary means carpellary is related to gynoecium. That you must not forget. Separate MCQ point. So single pistil in gynoecium of flowering plants. That word is related to monocarpellary. Carpellary means pistil of gynoecium, not androecium, pistil. This is a repeat MCQ. Genetic information preserved in asexual reproduction. Genetic information preserved in asexual reproduction. Preserved, no? Yes. Not preserved, sexual. Very, very basic point, okay. Genetic information preserved in asexual reproduction is a correct statement. Genetic preserved, correct statement. Antibiotic in human beings mean, antibiotic means, antibiotic in human beings is called pro-life. Match the following. They will keep pro-life this side, they will keep antibiotic that side. That time you must remember Sheben. Okay? Pro-life. Water dissolved oxygen. Water dissolved oxygen depleted in which condition? Water dissolved oxygen depleted in eutrophication. 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 Cycles, chains and webs. The word cycle, chain and webs is related to which topic? This is NEET preparation. Cycles, chains and webs is related to ecosystem. Okay. So kindly share this great awareness video with your good friends. Here are all my videos. Okay. Stay tuned.